In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I make a delicious and easy roast chicken dinner, perfect for a weeknight. It was so good and I was so hungry when it was done that I didn't even take any really good photos of it, but hopefully this will still give you some meal inspiration. Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Veronica and I do videos on motherhood, lifestyle, cooking, travel, and DIY. So if you're interested in that kind of content, definitely stick around, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can get a little alert when I post new videos. In today's video, we're taking it back to my food blogging days. I'm doing a cooking video. I'm going to also include the recipe on my blog, which will be linked down below in the description box. And we are going to be making a roast chicken dinner. Now this is the perfect weeknight dinner because it seems like it takes a lot of work. It seems like it's going to be tons of ingredients and lots of difficult steps, but in reality, a roast chicken dinner is super easy. All you need is protein, vegetables, some herbs and some spices, a little bit of olive oil, chop it all up, prepare it, throw it in the oven, and it is ready to go. So for today's dinner, I am going to be using 3 potatoes. I'm going to be using some courgette, some herbs. I've got rosemary and sage, as well as some chicken thigh drumstick pieces. Now you could of course use a whole chicken for this particular recipe, but just for tonight, it's just us two. It's just George and I having dinner, and so I thought it would be easier if we just kind of have the pieces, the portions already prepared, already chopped up and ready to go. Let's get cooking. Now, just a couple of things. First of all, obviously, you can't cook without a nice glass of wine. We've got a Vino Nobile di Montepulciano. And we've also got another super important thing. Well, a couple of important things. The first is we've got a little bowl so that we can put our scraps when we're chopping things. We've got a knife. And we've got our roasting tin, which is already prepared, ready to go. I've put some aluminum foil in it so we can just pop it straight in the oven. Now, I've already washed the vegetables, but I have not chopped them up. I've not trimmed them or anything like that. So you're going to see just how easy it is and how quick this comes together. So first things first, I'm going to chop the potatoes in relatively small pieces just so that it'll cook a little bit faster. Now, I don't trim my potatoes really. I don't peel them. I just kind of wash them, give them a good scrub, and I throw them straight into the dish. Now I will cut off if there's some brown parts or some parts that don't look very good, but generally I just kind of chop it up and pop it in the roasting tin. For me, the best part of the roast dinner is the crispy potatoes. So I like a lot of potatoes. Generally speaking, I do 1 potato per person. And actually, we're not gonna use the third one. The next step is we're just gonna literally just top and tail the courgette. I'm going to just take off the top and the bottom, and then I'm going to cut it lengthwise, and then I'm going to chop it up. Pop that in there as well. And I'm going to do the same thing to the second one. And actually, I'm going to chop this in half like this. Just really roughly chopping. Doesn't need to be anything too particular. The main thing is I don't want it too small. I don't want it to cook faster than the potatoes or faster than the chicken. That's the most important thing. And actually, I'm realizing my pan is a little bit too small for all the ingredients I was planning. So I'm not gonna do the second courgette or the third courgette either. Next, I'm going to very roughly chop and peel an onion. Right, so all I'm going to do next is season with salt, pepper, and olive oil the vegetables before I put the chicken on top. A healthy dose of salt, as well as pepper. This is gonna be so tasty. Nice, healthy drizzle of olive oil. And give it a little shake. Okay. Next, I'm saving specifically the chicken for last because once I touch the chicken, I am going to put it on top. I'm going to season it, and then I'm going to wash my hands straight away and pop it in the oven. So without touching the chicken, I am going to just adjust it so that I can season it a little bit better. And I'm going to put salt, pepper, Next, what I'm going to do is take the rosemary and just kind of peel it off and spread it across the potato, courgette, onion mixture. And then I'm going to leave some sprigs whole and put those right underneath, like so. And I'm going to do the same thing with the sage. Sage is one of my favorite flavors to go with poultry. It just gives it that extra Thanksgiving-y flavor all year round. Right, so next, chicken goes right on top. A little bit more sage, little last dashes of rosemary, bit more salt and pepper, and last but not least, a healthy dollop of olive oil right on top. And that's it. So I've specifically kept this super simple because this is a weeknight meal. We're not getting too fancy with it. We'll maybe add a little bit of bouillon later to give it a little bit of a savory flavor, make a little gravy, but this is it. Couple of ingredients, 5 minutes of prep, super easy, straight into the oven. I've preheated the oven to 180 degrees Celsius, and I will cook this for about 35 to 45 minutes, checking on it at that point every 5 or so minutes just to make sure that the chicken is completely cooked. Super simple, came together, just a couple of ingredients, maybe 5 minutes of prep. Now it's ready to go in the oven 180 degrees for about 35 to 45 minutes. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button. Honestly, this came out so good. I was blown away by how much flavor we got out of just a couple of ingredients. This recipe is the perfect recipe just to show that you do not need a lot of fancy ingredients or a lot of time to make a delicious meal on a weekday. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!